2, 1. Ladies and boys, girls, welcome back to the Lavish Journey podcast. It's your host, Jay Gaines, over here today. I'm here with my brother, Jimmy Rock.
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
What's going on?
How you feeling today, bro?
I'm good. I'm sleepy.
You sleepy?
But I feel good.
Hey, you had a long day?
Long day. No sleep.
Hey,
Literally, no sleep.
Team no sleep. That's
No sleep.
That's what we got to do. So
I have a song called Don't Sleep on Me. So it goes with the theme already.
You know what, y'all? So I'm not sure if y'all know, but this guy just dropped a dope EP, and it sounds amazing. And we just listened to it I listened to the whole thing right before the show, y'all. And when I say this music gave me another type of vibe, it definitely did. It's like a super energetic. I like wanting to get up and dance. I like that. So for the people out here that don't know who you are, let them know who you are and what you do, and the whole shebang.
So my name is Jimmy Rock. I am a DJ first, but I'm a DJ artist hybrid.
Yeah.
My music, as you said before, is very energetic. It is written for like a festival, party, super upbeat type of event.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, like this project, it has mostly EDM elements into it.
Okay.
But I still throw in elements of like rap, trap, some Latin music. As a DJ, I like being able to kind of take people on a journey and not just stick with one genre. So this is my first project that I put out. I just found out today, actually, because it came out this past Friday. I don't know when this is going to air.
Yeah.
But I found out today that it was it debuted on iTunes charts in the Netherlands.
And I bet that was an amazing feeling. So when
Bro,
you woke up and saw that, how do you feel, man?
Honestly, I was confused. I had to go on the computer and like kind of verify the information.
I'm like, hold on, is this real?
I'm like, who knows me in Netherlands? Like, I don't get it. Like, we hadn't even started a proper like paid marketing campaign just yet. Like, we've been setting up interviews and doing things like that,
right?
But we haven't invested any money into the marketing yet. Like,
so this is all you just put it out there and it just happened.
Well, I mean, it's been going out to radio, and I know a lot of radio
that's good.
stations are syndicated. So, like, you might have a DJ that is recording his show maybe in like Omaha, Nebraska,
right? But
But then he sends his syndicated show out to maybe like 400 stations all around the world, like stuff like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but I was like, wow. I was like, that's awesome, man.
I think if I woke up and seen that, I'd have been like, I made it. We made it, y'all. We made it.
Well, I'm just sitting there. I'm thinking like, okay, that's dope. But I'm thinking like, man, I hope they book me. I want to go there and play.
You know what? They
It's
probably
cool.
will.
The music's getting played there, but I want to go there and I'm gonna do a show.
Man, they probably will. You know what I mean? And I know earlier we was talking about how you did a show out in Colombia.
Yeah.
So can you give us a little breakdown on that first experience when was that your first international show or no?
No, that wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't. No. Okay, let's rewind.
That was
then.
my first one in Latin America.
Really?
Yeah, but my first show outside the United States was Canada, in Toronto. Actually, I did a gig for Justin Trudeau, their prime minister. Yeah.
How was that?
It was, how can I describe it? It was like a movie.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can say it, man, because my dressing room was maybe, I don't know, 30, 40 feet from his.
Yeah.
So, he had all his Secret Service and stuff around him. And, we were given instructions, too. Like, if you're walking down the hallway this way and he's walking towards you, don't try to cut through the crowd. That's not going to end well for you. Just stand off on the side, let them pass by. You can say hi, but don't try to walk up to them and shake his hand.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, if he wants to approach you, he'll approach you.
Yeah.
However, if you would like to take a picture with him, you're going to have to talk to one of his staff when he's not around and get permission.
Wow.
But I get it.
That's how it is. I mean,
it's the president of their country.
Right,
He's the leader of their country. So it was cool, but it was very much like a movie. When he moved, they all moved.
I believe it. I believe
it. He didn't have to carry nothing. This person carrying a briefcase, this person carrying that. You had 20 dudes that looked like Bane off of Batman walking around in there with suits, and like, I ain't going nowhere near that. I'm straight. Like,
wow. So your first international one was out there in Toronto.
Yep.
And Toronto is definitely a good vibe. So how was the energy out there? How was the crowd for you?
Well, it was fun. It was a corporate event, type of event. So it wasn't like extremely like, fist pumping. It wasn't I didn't play WAP or nothing like that, But I did like a lot of like kind of like old school, like some funk music, and like some Michael Jackson, some Prince, some stuff like that. So it had the feel good vibes the entire time, and those gigs are still fun. I still like enjoy doing those because
I agree.
That's real good music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
had to get real musicians in there. All that stuff.
Yeah, it's all about that energy you give off with music, man. I bet definitely you know, starting off DJing and being an artist and all that, you're able to see if the crowd is feeling it or not.
Yep.
So was there ever a time you did go DJ and you was like, oh, this crowd isn't feeling it?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to develop this over time where you might do an event. Like, let's say you're doing a wedding.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But maybe the people at the wedding aren't dancers. Like my dad, he isn't the type to dance, but he appreciates good music.
Yep.
Now he'll go out and do a slow dance with my mom.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
He's secure in his bag. I get it. But yeah. So like, I've done a wedding before, and like literally, no matter what I was playing, nobody was dancing.
Really?
But I saw people kind of like bopping their head and singing, and then after I'm thinking like, man, I totally screwed up on this gig. Like I'm like feeling bad.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, people come up to me, they're giving me tips and stuff. They're asking for cards. Man, you were amazing. We loved everything you played.
Yeah.
Like, but y'all didn't dance, and they're like, because we're not dancers. We wanna drink and talk and have good music in the background.
Yep.
And you're like, wow, yeah, that's a thing. So
you know, that's true though. I have been in some events. They didn't, you know, dance, but they was like, you know, like you said, bobbing their head, had a glass of wine.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you know,
smooth.
so you have to learn how to pick up on that.
Yeah.
And that's something it just comes with time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think everything, you know, is a process, man. Definitely with music, man. So let's rewind back on the whole story really quick. So let us know when you first got into music, period. You know, with, before DJing, before everything, when you found your love for music.
Well, my mother would tell you about this time when they went to a concert and she was pregnant with me, and I did not stop moving the entire time. Like
Really?
they could feel me dancing, like while she was pregnant.
Connected.
Yeah, as a kid though, I mean, before I could even properly walk, I used to crawl into the kitchen, pull out pots and pans and a spoon, drag them back to where my parents had a record player. I'd pull out a record, I'd put it on there, I'd put the needle on the vinyl, and I wouldn't even scratch it. It wouldn't even skip. And I'd put it exactly on the song I'd want, hit play, and then sit down
and just
start playing along to the tracks. So right there and then, they were like, okay, this isn't a normal kid. You know what I'm saying? Like a normal kid would have been like just ripping the entire needle off and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, about 11 years old, my parents got me a drum set one year for Christmas. And then I fell in love with that. And then in high school, I ended up getting an acoustic guitar because at the time I was writing a lot of poetry. But in my mind, I was hearing...
Oh, you was a poet.
Yeah, well, in my mind, I was writing songs.
Okay.
I heard melody. I just didn't know how to translate it.
Right.
I used to, fun fact, I don't know even why I'm telling you
Let us know, man.
I used, that was kind of like my way of like, kind of like trying to get with the girls. So like, I'd write them like a little poem, you know what I mean? Like make the whole thing rhyme real cute. Like, hey man,
hey, check out this poem.
Yeah, check this out.
Hey, did they like the poem? Did the ladies like it?
Yeah, I mean, from what I remember,
just say yeah. Just say
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember one time I got caught because I wrote one that was so well that I ended up using the same one again. I just replaced the girl's name in there.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
You slickster.
Man.
Did she find out?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, it happens, man. Yeah. It happens. So, did you do music in high school?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, how was high
school?
Well,
I did art. I was in commercial art. I was always like drawing, painting, stuff like that. I wouldn't identify myself as a singer, but I joined our choir, and I did it more or less to learn more about music. I wanted to learn how to read sheet music and things like that, but I ended up being in choir in high school for all 3 years.
Really?
Or not all 3 years, but freshman year I didn't do it. Then it was my, sophomore, junior, and senior year.
Choir. That's something else. That's pretty
We were
smooth.
double A choir too, meaning we had over 100 members in our choir.
Really?
Yeah.
So were y'all like a traveling choir?
Yep.
That's dope.
Yeah, we did competitions and stuff. I was the bass section leader my senior year.
Yeah.
Our school would win like state records like all the time.
Sheesh. And what school you go to? What high school
Sandusky
you go to?
High School.
Sandusky High School. So you're from Sandusky, right?
Yep.
So do you go to Cedar Point often?
Used to. I mean, it's kind of one of those things like, when it's in your backyard, you not that you take it for granted, but
Yeah.
you're just kind of like, well, I could go anytime. Like I have a daughter. She's 10 years old, and rather than us going there all day,
Yeah.
we might go there maybe for like an hour or two just to get a ride or two in, or maybe just to pick up some like like kind of like fair food that they would have over there.
Yeah.
And then we go back to the house.
Yeah.
You know,
Because it's right down the street. I mean, for me, that's like, I think an hour and a half, an hour away. But I think if I
it's
was
like
to
7
live.
minutes for me.
Oh, you live that close to
Yeah,
it?
it's like close. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. I like Sandusky. I like how that's like our entertainment area of Ohio. You got Kalahari, you got Cedar Point. I'm not sure if Great Wolf Lodge still there.
Great Wolf Lodge. You have
Yeah.
the Rain. You have the Sports Center now. You have mini golf. Of course, you have the islands and everything like that.
I'll say the islands.
Yeah, Put Bay and everything.
Oh, yeah, yep.
So, yeah, it's definitely it's a fun place to be in the summer.
Yeah.
Not this summer because nobody could go anywhere this summer.
COVID
But,
2020.
Yeah, normally it's a fun time in the summer.
Yeah, speaking of COVID, man, how has this journey been for you so far? For the past, how long you been in COVID for? 7 months? How's it been for you?
Exhausting.
Really?
Yes.
So what's exhausting about it?
Well, because I've been doing music full time for 10 years. This has been I
Awesome.
never had a need for a second job.
Yeah.
This has been I've been able to take care of my family, eventually like hiring like management and people to work underneath me, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But then when your lifeline, when you like literally all of your income is cut off because of government mandates and
Yeah.
orders and stuff like that. Everything gets cut off in March. Well, the problem is then you're also getting a lot of clients who are asking for refunds. So the money that you do have in your bank,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, well, I'm out of work. Okay, no problem. I'll just I won't spend extra money if I don't need to. But
Right,
then they're
right.
like, hey, I need that back. Hey, I need this back. I need that back.
Yep.
So all the money you did have, you're losing all of that. But then your bills kept coming in. They weren't stopping.
Right.
And it was rough there for a minute.
Yeah.
But it was a very adapt or die situation. Like I tell people, when it comes to business, especially in the music industry, you either evolve or you dissolve. Those are your two options. Because you see a lot of times what ends up happening is like people stay in their own path and they don't adapt to the times, and they end up becoming like less relevant or something like that. So that was a golden opportunity for me. I switched from just performing to being able to like produce more and write more, which is where this right here,
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen, we got to finish this little project right here called The World of Drops, which came out October 2nd. So
Dang, that was very well said what you just said, man. Either you have to adapt to her, or what you say, evolve, or pretty much dissolve.
evolve or dissolve.
Evolve or dissolve, and I like that. And I definitely feel like you're evolving. You're
Yeah.
evolving. And you said this is your first E EP?
Very first one, man. I've had some singles that we put out past couple years, just kind of testing the waters a little bit, but this is the first full project I've put out.
Wow. And what is your favorite song on here? Or, I'm not
that's
going to put you on that spot. Okay.
I don't know. Well, it's
go
kind
for
of
it.
like,
Go for it.
if you have a bunch of children, like, which child's your favorite? You're like, oh, okay, so the other four are going to hate me. I mean, I love them all for different reasons. I think strictly from a performance point of view, I think You Feel It, which is the last song on there, that's the one that turned out exactly the way I envisioned it when I was starting the song.
Explain.
So, you had mentioned earlier I did a show in Bogota, Colombia, back in December. Being down there for a few days, I've always had a love for like Latin music and Latin culture and stuff like that, especially the food. Like, nothing like it.
I heard.
But I come back and after hearing so much like reggaeton the entire time I was there, and again I've always liked the music. I was like, man, I really want to have like a reggaeton hybrid EDM track.
Right, right.
And so with You Feel It, like when the song comes in, you're gonna hear like a lot of like Latin drums or percussion happening, but it still has that EDM drive with the sense of stuff, and then it goes through the build up, drop off, and then the drop comes in and just hits you right in the jaw. Like it's a KO.
And that's why. So the title Worlds. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Worlds of Drops.
World of Drops.
World of Drops.
Yep.
So you titled that pretty much because all the massive drops you have in the music.
Yeah, the massive drops in it. I mean, I don't know how well y'all can see it,
Yeah, you gotta
the
show 'em a little
artwork
bit.
and stuff like that in here.
Yeah.
But I've always been a fan of, first off, astronomy. Whenever I was in high school.
Oh, you're into astronomy.
Yeah, whenever they were talking about like planets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Always captivated me. Even to this day, like if I'm like go to bed and I see like a video like top 10 craziest things in our solar system, like, yep, watching that.
Yeah.
Like I've always been that way, and I've always been kind of like a science fiction kind of guy too. So I love the concept with World of Drops because it's sort of alien. It's it's different. It allows me to be experimental. And I just think it's kind of cool. It's
That's
sort of
dope.
like an invitation, like, look, I'm trying to take you out of like, think about it. Like when a lot of people go to concerts, they go to clubs, they're trying to escape like their world. They're trying to escape their job, their stress, their everyday like little world their routine that they're caught up in.
Yep.
And they're trying to experience something new and refreshing.
Yep.
So that's what World of Drops is. It's like an escape from whatever you're normally caught up in.
I like
and
that.
it allows you to like just party and dance and have a good time the entire time.
And that's what it's all about, man. That's what music is all about, period. And I'm glad that you're giving off that energy. Definitely right now through COVID. Some people probably need to hear this.
Yeah.
Put the headphones in and doom, doom, doom.
Yeah.
So do you feel like concerts are going to happen in 2021 or any type of events?
Yeah, I think, well, they're starting to happen now.
Yeah, they are.
They're starting to. I mean, you're getting a lot of artists that are doing the drive-in concerts, which I think is like...
Drive-in concerts.
Have you not seen them?
No.
So what artists are doing is they're rerouting their tours, and they're playing at drive-in movie theaters. And so what happens, they set up a stage like normal. They still use the projector behind them.
Right.
And then people show up and they park their cars, and then people are kind of like sitting on top or inside their cars, and they're having a concert from in the field.
Really?
Yeah, that's a thing.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I would go to that.
Yeah.
I would go to that. 'Cause I've been seeing so many different ways they're trying to, go about with concerts next year. Because I want to go to this concert out of Portugal. I think it's Rolling Loud or whatever. And I'm like, how are they going to do this now?
Yeah. But I think as far as like major tours and stuff, I think by later this year you're going to start seeing more and more announcements for like, hey, in the spring. I think in the spring that's when things are going to start popping off.
Yeah. Oh, the spring. I definitely think spring can be a good time.
And I really do believe next summer is going to be one of the most fun summers in recent memory because nobody got to do anything at all this year.
No,
so
I
I
agree.
think next year everyone's going to have that desire like, I got to go out. I got to go to a concert. I got to go to this club. I got to go to this festival.
Agreed.
I got to go get this outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
Woo, so it's if you're an entertainer, next year is going to be a good year to be working.
No, I agree, man. I agree because I like going to concerts personally. I just started going to shows about 3-4 years ago, so I'm still like a noob to it, man.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So I know when it comes
Nothing
back,
like it.
the energy is going to be doom, doom, doom. Okay, so I got a question for you. Are there any artists out there that inspire you?
Lots. It depends on my
All
mood.
right, give me 3 of them. It could be different genres, sir.
Always been a fan of Linkin Park.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes a lot of the artists that I gravitate towards are the ones that are experimental in their approach. Linkin Park, from album to album, you'll see they were constantly evolving their sound. You didn't know if you were going to get a rap song, or a rock song, or electronic song. They're a group that has always influenced me.
Yeah.
As far as production goes, I've always been a fan of like Timberland and will.i.am. Now, will.i.am, I tell people he's kind of a, how can I say it? Like, usually when people say, give me your top 10 best MCs or top 10 best producers list, he's usually not in the list. But here's the thing.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of times you get like rappers, you get like, Pac and Cole and things like that. And I'm not saying that they don't have talent elsewhere, but
I got you.
all of their juice is being poured into just them rapping, or something like that. Where will.i.am, he's an all-around creative. He's doing the production, he's doing the writing, he's doing the branding, he's being the rapper and the singer. He's also I don't know if you knew this, I don't know if he still is right now, but he used to be on the board with Intel.
Really?
For developing software. He would help develop software for the music industry to make things better for quality, for all. I remember at one point they were the ones who invented the software where you can type in the lyrics and pick a voice, and the computer will rap or sing the part for you
Really?
in your voice.
Sorry.
Because they did that on one of the Black Eyed Peas albums. That's what they did. Because you're like, all right, that sounds like Fergie, but it's different. That's how they did it. She went in there and she's like, A, E, I, O, U, blah, blah. They had her do all these like different things, and the computer's able to put it together.
He created that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't know if he created it, but he was involved in the process. Yeah. But there's a... because now there's they started up with contracts. I know we're getting like super nerdy right now, but I love this type of stuff. It started making artists change their contracts a little bit with record deals, because think about it. If you were, say, an artist like Drake, okay,
yeah,
and you want to keep your estate going for the next 100 years,
right?
If he properly recorded all his parts with the software like this, even after he died, he could still be dropping brand new albums. Because if he said, well, these are the people that I have write my music anyway.
Right.
They would still write their songs, and they would still use my voice. And it would still be me. But it'd be with the help of technology to be able to deliver it.
Woo!
It opened up a whole... I mean, in the legal world, it's a whole... It's a whole thing.
Wow. I think that's great, though. I personally think that's great. Let's say if something does happen to an artist, you know what I mean? They can forever live on, you know what I mean? Somebody can just piece some things together, make it sound good, make a good beat. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's a whole new ball game. I got to look that up, man. Yeah.
But so, you said 3. I know I got...
Oh, go for it.
Who would be a third? I got to get Love the Hardwell. He's an EDM DJ, producer. I think he's... Don't quote me on this. I think he's Dutch. I think he's from over that part of the world. I might be wrong. Don't shoot me.
Sorry.
Yeah. But hearing, like, watching his sets and seeing how he does it really kind of gave me a lot of inspiration. Like, wow, like, I love this. I mean, EDM is a very EDM. I tell people, EDM and rap are more similar than people realize. They're both very drum and bass forward. In their production, you know what I mean? They're very like, I mean, it's got to hit. Yeah. Like if it doesn't have that bounce, like right when you hear the beat, it doesn't make you want to dance. You know what I mean? Like,
you need that energy.
Obviously, you're gonna have slow songs at some point, and that's cool too.
Right,
but
right.
The most of it, like when it comes out, you're like, ooh.
Like earlier, you just played that song and had the stank face. That sound good. Yeah,
right when it came in, you like your whole face just like,
got that. Yeah, what
was that?
Yeah, you know they both do correlate though. I do agree on that. So, do you like to mix those two together sometimes?
Love it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I have 2 songs on my project that I do that.
Yeah.
The one, it's I have 2 rappers. Shout out to Fern from Social Club Misfits and Stephen Malcolm. I have both of them on the verses. And then right after the verse, it goes into a build, and it just goes to like a straight EDM drop. And then after the drop, it goes back into the rap hip-hop verse.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty smooth, man. That's why I love music and everything. It seems like everything is just art in a way. Mm-hmm. You piece everything together. Okay, so I got a few questions for you. Actually, let's play this game. So I'm going to say a word, and whatever word I say, you say the first thing that comes to your head.
All right.
Okay. Money.
Don't need it.
Cash.
Don't need it.
Apples.
Green ones are delicious.
House.
See, my mind went 2 different ways. I'm like, house music or house I live in? House. Needs cleaned.
Music.
Love it.
Life.
Love it.
Travel.
Absolutely love it.
Lavish.
Tight.
For sure. So what's the greatest piece of advice that you were given throughout your journey of, recording music and being a creative and an entrepreneur and everything that you do? What was your greatest piece of advice?
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
I tell people, with music, you want to, the goal is to catch a wave, but you're never going to catch a wave if you're not in the water. And sometimes if you look at surfers when they, I've never surfed, but I've seen movies and stuff. For them to get in position, they have to swim against the current. And then sometimes after they do all that, there's a waiting period where they just sit in there and they just wait and wait and wait. And they wait for that right moment, and then that's when they catch the wave. But it takes practice. It takes hard work. It goes sometimes going against the grain, going against what the crowd's doing. Yeah. But if you believe in yourself and you stay ready, you know, because I feel like opportunity, when it comes knocking, it doesn't wait for nobody.
Yeah.
They say, hey, we need this right now. Oh man, let me get together. Sorry, we're gonna go with somebody else.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's one of the best pieces of advice I get. If I got a call right now and they said they need me by tomorrow or later today for a gig, let's go.
Yep.
I'm ready. I got a set ready. Got this ready. It's ready to go.
Yep. That was well said. You always got to be ready, though. Definitely for what you're doing. So you've been doing this for 10 years, you said, full time, right?
Yep.
Wow. First thing first, congratulations on that. That's a huge accomplishment. A lot of people really wish to get to that level.
Not really the way I wanted to spend my 10-year anniversary celebrating just being locked up at the house this year, but
it's something you never forget, those moments in history, though.
I take this as my celebration.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you first decided to go full time with this, what emotions were you going through at that point? You know, because I know that's a big jump for some people, going full time with their passion.
Well, I remember, I didn't have a single day of DJing experience in my blood at all.
Oh.
I was like kind of in between jobs, and I remember, I remember praying one day, and I'm just like asking the Lord for guidance and wisdom and stuff like that. And I felt very strongly that He was saying, this year, I'm going to answer a prayer, and you will be doing music full time. I was like, wow, I'm going to get signed to a record label. Yes, I'm going to get this bread. I'm going to get this money. It's going to be lit. I'm going to be all over the world. You know what it was?
What's up?
I got hired to DJ at Kalahari for $14 an hour. That was it. But it was after a couple months I realized, you know what? He did answer my prayer. I'm doing music full time. I've been working these factory jobs, making $15, $20 an hour, hating my life, dreading going to work. I'm making $14 an hour now, working 60 hours a week, and I don't even want to have a day off of work. I'm having so much fun. Like, it really was just like, wow, this is a really cool moment.
Yeah.
And mind you, I got hired to do the gig with no experience at all.
I was just thinking like, man, that's a blessing.
Another DJ brought me in. It was his company. They were looking for more talent.
Okay.
I applied for it. Gave him my history of like, well, I've done stuff at church. I've put on events, and I've been a drummer, and I, was, on the worship team at my church, stuff like that. So like, I knew how to. I knew equipment.
Oh, okay.
I knew how to work with people. I knew how to have like a fun, upbeat energy.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he told me this. He goes, I could teach you how to hit the play button, but what I can't teach you is how to have personality. I was like,
that's well said.
Good point. Yeah.
That's well said.
So, he brought me in. He taught me the ropes, and I was working all summer at the job. I loved it.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, and that shows you, like you said earlier about the money, you don't need it, man. It's all about your passion, what you really love to do. Because you say you was working at a factory, and you go there and be miserable, but yet you was going here DJing at a Kalahari for $14 an hour, and you loved it. So that's dope. So what's like 3 advice tips that you give to anybody out there that's following their dreams or whatever they want to do?
First off, be mindful of who you put in your circle. You don't want to have a bunch of like yes people. Hey, how was this? Yeah, that sounds good. How was that? Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, but the truth is, it doesn't. They're telling you that because they don't want to hurt your feelings. That does more damage than it does good. I'd rather have people in my circle who, one, inspire me, make me want to work harder and be better, and will flat out tell me if something's bad, but not be like, yeah, it sucks, bye, get out my face. But they're kind of like, hey, like, I see what you're trying to do, but maybe you should approach it this way.
Yeah.
So I think your circle is extremely vital. Whatever that circle may be, friends, family, spouse, partner, whatever. I'm sorry, what was the question?
No, your 3 tips to people that want to follow their dreams.
Okay. Have people that believe in you. Believe in yourself, especially when it's hard. I tell people, especially in the creative world, there's like a muscle, probably not physically, but there's like a muscle in your head that you have to work out.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is like, going to the gym. Nobody really likes going to the gym. I don't care who they are. Nobody likes going to the gym.
I'm guilty.
They like the results.
Yeah.
But they don't like the pain.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, and I tell people the thing with pain is it hurts to lift that weight, and it's heavy. But the more you do it, the lighter it becomes. And eventually you can lift a heavier weight. And then after a year or so, you're going to look back and be like, man, I remember when that was a struggle. That's nothing now. It's the same thing with your talent. It's the same thing with your goal. Write down what you want to do. What's the big picture? What's the ultimate goal?
Right.
And then start writing down what steps is it going to take to get there. So like my goal, I want to have an album. I want to have a CD out.
Yep.
Or we don't say CDs no more. I want to have an EP out. Well, what do I have to do first?
Yeah.
Well, I have to write songs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to produce songs. Then I have to mix them. And then I have to do a photo shoot. Then I have to think artwork. Then I have to think... You just start writing everything down. You just start checking off the boxes.
Yeah.
One of the things I've been doing for years now, I don't necessarily do like a New Year's resolution per se.
Yeah.
What I do is throughout the year, every time I had a win, like a small win or a big win, whatever it might be, I write it down in my notes on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the year, I go through and I look at all the things accomplished that year.
Yep.
And I celebrate those things. Like, wow, I did that.
Yeah.
Wow, I did that. Man, I forgot about that.
Yep. I like
Even
that.
this year, I accomplished a lot this year, even
Man,
with everything that's not going on.
You accomplished something big this year, man.
Yeah,
project right here.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I know, don't get me wrong, 2020 was like a lot of twists and turns, but I feel like we're going to look back on this and be like, wow, that was that year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because this is definitely going mainstream. It's already going there now. It's already international. So everything's falling in place for you, man. Welcome to the 10-year anniversary.
Thank you.
So I got a few fried questions to ask you. Yes,
Okay.
They're going to be a little fried.
Okay.
All right, as always, question number one. Would you rather be sticky or itchy?
Sticky or icky?
Sticky or itchy?
Or itchy?
Itchy.
Oh, I'd rather be sticky. I want to be itchy.
Okay. If you could be an animal, which one would you be?
A chimp.
A chimp. Interesting. Would you have a chimpanzee as a pet?
Oh, dude, I would totally be the guy walking around just like a pet monkey, like on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like I would go out and buy like human clothes and outfits and stuff like that. Like, it was
that'd be dope.
fresh.
Hey, I had to get a picture with you then with the monkey, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure. Okay, so are you into Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Are you into Yu-Gi-Oh? Was you into that back then? Pokemon or anything?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I can't ask you that. Okay. So are you into anime?
Dragon Ball. But,
Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Well, Z and Super. I really got into Super, but that's about it.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I got another one for you. What's your favorite color?
Black.
Oh, yeah. You got the black shirt on.
I have
Hey.
all black on.
For sure. If you could work with any artist in the world, just one, which one would you pick?
Living or dead or alive?
Ooh, both. It could be living or
Can I pick a dead one and a live one?
Yep.
All right. Alive, Justin Timberlake.
JT. I think that'd be a dope collab.
He's dope. I've seen him perform twice, and his shows are next level. Dead. That's hard.
Dun, dun, dun.
Like I want to say Michael Jackson or Prince, but I feel like that's a cop out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too obvious.
I know what you're saying.
Anybody would want to work with them.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
So what you thinking?
Whitney Houston.
Ooh.
Yes. I would create a dance track with her soulful voice, and it would be the party song of the year.
Really?
Yep, that's how I do.
That sounds badass.
Yeah.
You should do something like that. You ever think about mixing something together with Whitney Houston?
I mean, I do on my sets.
Oh, you do?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, so you do that? Okay.
I love making my own remixes or edits and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
and sometimes it's just simple as like doing like us DJs we call like a re-drum.
Yeah.
Where you sort of like for example her song "I Want to Dance with Somebody."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Amazing song.
Yep.
Obviously like one of the biggest songs ever in music. Period.
Yep.
But the production side, it doesn't have a lot of bottom end, doesn't have a lot of kick to it. So you take the song and you kind of add new drums on top of it. And it's following the same patterns before, but it's got more of a punch. So when you're in the club, they're like, ooh, like, man, I don't remember that bass line hitting like that.
Stank
Like, what the heck? Yeah, stuff like that's fun.
That's dope. Okay, we rather teleport or fly?
Teleport.
Where will you go?
I would just... Okay, I like my sleep,
Yeah.
so I would just sleep in later than what I need to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you.
because like flying would be fun for like showing off,
Right.
but I'm also thinking too, like, well, how did the elements come to play? Like, if I wanted to fly from here to there and it's raining or it's freezing cold out, I don't want to have to do all that.
You got to do
Rather
it.
than like, hey, it's a blizzard outside, we in Ohio, it's January, hey, I'm at your house. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna teleport.
I agree.
I ain't
think
gonna
that's
ride.
cool.
Like, I mean, I may or may not do some shady stuff, like teleport inside of a bank, grab some dough, be out. You know?
You feel me? In and out somewhere.
Yeah, but
Teleport it is.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah, teleport. Yeah.
What's your favorite cereal? If you eat cereal, if you still do. A lot of people say they don't eat cereal anymore.
So Golden Grahams.
Golden Grahams.
Golden Grahams.
He's the first Golden Grahams over here.
I mean, Cinnamon
That's
Toast
dope.
Crunch go hard, but Golden Grahams
Okay.
is good.
For sure. And what's your favorite restaurant in Sandusky?
I would say there's a lot
Uh-oh.
because we have a few spots like they're non-chain, they're local,
Yeah.
but they're really good. Bara is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Best way I can describe it is they're hipster tacos,
Oh, are they like street tacos? Like,
street tacos, but like
Yeah.
some white lady named Amy probably makes them, but they really good.
they
You know what I'm
good though.
saying?
Hey,
Like,
they good.
they're really
Yep,
good.
Yep.
There's another place called Great Lakes Grinders. They have some of the best sub sandwiches I've ever had. Period.
Best subs.
Amazing.
I'm about to say it on my phone right now.
Yep.
It's called Great Lakes Grinders.
Yep, Great Lakes Grinders.
Okay.
And then Small City Tap House.
Okay.
It's Vietnamese. They have amazing sushi. They have, I think, like 100 different like draft beers on tap or something like that.
Really?
There's a lot, but if you want to go out there and you want to get like a flight of beer where you got like 4 different beers you can drink from, and then it has some sushi, it's amazing.
Sounds like a vibe, man.
It's good.
For sure. And last but not least, what makes a great life?
The people in it. Earlier you asked me about like money and said don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, we need it. We were talking earlier. I'm about to go get me some Popeyes after this because it sounds great. But at the end of the day, there's still wealthy millionaires, billionaires that commit suicide. So that shows you that money doesn't buy happiness. The people around you and the life you choose to live, that's what makes the quality of life worth living.
Well said, my friend.
Yeah.
Jimmy Rock, thank you so much for coming on the show
Absolutely,
today.
brother.
So where can they find you at? Let them know where to find the music at. Where can they find you on social media? Go for it all.
Yeah, so if you're on social media, if you want to visit my website, it's at DJ Jimmy Rock. There's no weird spelling with that, just DJ JIMMYROCK. That's my Twitter handle. That's my Instagram. That's my Facebook. If you want to check out my new EP, The World of Drops, it's available on all digital platforms, including Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, etc. Just look up Jimmy Rock, The World of Drops, and you will find me.
Hey, appreciate you, my friend. Thank
Absolutely,
you so much for coming on the show today, man.
Appreciate you, dude.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to seeing where this goes. I know it's going to go far. And hey, keep it going, my brother.
Thank you, man.
For sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for watching or listening to Lavish Journey podcast, where we create, inspire, spread greatness. We out of here, y'all. Pose a picture, my friend.
Peace.
We good.